Hello, my name is Martyr, and this is Let's Play Claustrophobia, The Downward Struggle, and thank you for watching. Claustrophobia is a roguelike RPG, guys, kind of like other classic roguelike games in the genre. I'm talking about Dungeons of Dredmor, Sword of the Stars, and just those really good classic roguelike games, guys. Just to give you an idea of what this is like, it released on Steam Early Access September 2014, which means, and I have been saying this a lot lately, that the game is still in active development, guys. So everything you see is subject to change and not a final representation of the game. So relax and enjoy the show. Claustrophobia was developed and published by the Indie Forge. You can go ahead and buy into the early access for $4.99, and that is a pretty damn good price if you're asking me, actually. You also can get this game on Desura, I'm pretty sure, as well. Now, if you're a fan of roguelike games, you're going to enjoy this game right off the bat. But if you're new to the genre, let's say you've never played a roguelike game before, you're like, what the hell's roguelike mean, Martyr? Well, let's just pretend that you don't know anything about roguelikes. Basically, roguelike basically means that you have one shot at this game, basically. Well, not one shot. You basically make a new character, you play the game, you go through the dungeons, but when your character dies, you have to start all over again completely from square one. That is essentially what roguelike means. Also, there's procedurally generated dungeons, which basically means that every time you start a new game, it's gonna basically create like a new dungeon, new loot, new, just new things in general. Probably the same monsters, but although that may even change depending on the game that you're playing. But in this case, what I really like about Claustrophobia is its approachability. You can really kind of get into this game and not know jack diddly squat about roguelike games, and it does a really good job of kind of like really kind of teaching you the ropes. Don't shoot me for this, where games like Dungeons of Dredmor, some of them kind of throw a lot of information at you all at once, and then you kind of need to sort and look through wikis and look through all that kind of shit to figure out what you're doing. Where this game doesn't, you don't necessarily need to do that. You kind of, okay, I know what Constitution does, I know what Strength stat does, and it kind of just, I don't want to say spoon feeds it to you, but it just makes it easier to digest, is the best way to describe it. But enough babbling. Let's get into the game. I'm going to go ahead and show you the options here. Really standard stuff here. Manipulation of resolution, game scale, something about the interface scale, but that's not implemented yet. You have manipulation of your audio. You can manipulate the turn mode, because every time in this game, every time you move, that counts actually as a turn. So if you move like one square, all the monsters around you in the entire dungeon move. They get a turn to do something. And you can kind of play with that, and it'll basically like you turn sequential, instantaneous, true instantaneous. You get the idea. You get manipulation of that. You can also manipulate the health bar. Alright, so let's get into let's hit new game here. I've been playing the game for about, I want to say like 45 minutes to like an hour. And I know that sounds like a very small amount of time, especially for a roguelike game, but I tried out actually each one of the classes, and I got a pretty good idea of what the game felt like. It is a simplistic game to get into, to really understand. It doesn't really take that long for you to kind of boot it up and start really knowing what to do and how to go about things. There was one thing I really like about this game. This game I have like a little bit of like customization in the game, which is pretty cool. Let's toggle the armor here. She's a girl. That's an ugly chick. Damn. Okay, let's change her hair color. Let's give her green hair. Oh yeah, it's very nice. Girls only have one curl hairstyle. That's kind of funny. All right, so let's say as a guy then. There'll be more customization features that need to be added in. There's a little bit of customization. I really like that. I think it's really cute. I'm gonna give my guy. Let's give him a mohawk. Pink mohawk. Fantastic. His eyes, oh, perfect. The more Cro-Magnon he can look, the better. You know what? I love it. Gap tooth, lowbrow, mohawk. This guy says awesome to me. I'm gonna pick this guy now. Of course, you can. Of course, have a name that you can enter, or you can basically go with one of the randomly generated names. Let's go with a random generated name. Lord Sarlis of Abos, Duke Doloreth of Zespa, Markin Fibbled Kinder. No. Nope. Come on, give me something good. Come on. Gorn Jenkar. I don't know. None of these are really calling out to me here. Duke Don von Busselt. I think that's a winner right there. That's a good one right there. Now, there is some class manipulation. You can also kind of choose your own class and kind of manipulate. There's like 4 classes to start off right now. But you can also kind of choose and make your own class in a weird way. But there's pre-built classes. So let me give you an example I'm talking about. Let's say if I didn't want to be a Juggernaut, or I wanted to like tweak the Juggernaut a little bit. Well, I'm like, okay, well, I don't really need any points in, you know, dexterity. I'm gonna take all my points and jack it into strength. Or you know what? Wait, maybe I want to be like a fighter / caster. Well, maybe I'll put my points into intelligence. Or maybe I don't want to have any points in strength. I'll just jack them all into intelligence and, you know, just play around with the points. You can change where you have things in the game. And you're like, okay, well, I don't like the traits I have. Well, we'll go in here, and you can also change the traits that you have. So we're like, okay, well, I don't want this one, and I don't want strength, but I instead want assassination and dark arts. And then you could pick your abilities that you'll start off with, and you can really make your own custom class essentially. But these classes right here are kind of pre-made classes for you. There's Warlock, Juggernaut, Rogue, and Archer. I'm gonna go with the Archer, and that's because I've actually had the best luck with the Archer. And I've survived the longest. Melee classes are great in this game, but I just kind of get slaughtered really quickly because I tend to get in over my head more than I should be. You can also each class has its own like gear too, which is kind of nice. But I'm gonna go with the I can't stand that. I just love that look on his face. It makes me laugh so hard here. So yeah, we're gonna go with a Archer class. He's basically gonna be focusing on dexterity and constitution, maybe occasionally strength if I feel the need to get into melee, but I don't think so. And then the traits I'm gonna start off with are marksmanship and combat efficiency, which basically just means I hit a little bit more accurately. I get scatter shot, which is like this ability that lets me hit multiple foes, it bounces around, and aim for the knees, which kind of stuns and locks my enemies in an area. Now, again, if I want to, I could change this. I could say, well, I don't want to have combat efficiency. I want to have dual wielding, or spellmaster, or identifier, or gluttony, because there's a bit of a hunger system in the game here. You get the idea, though. But we're going to go with what it kind of pre-generated works with. We're going to hit start game here. And we got apparently already very lucky. Oh, no, never mind. This is crap. I thought that was a good item. Now, again, let's talk about what you're looking at right here. There is like a little bit of like a chat log almost thing that basically tells you everything that's going on. So if I were to, let's say, right click on the spike trap, try to disarm it, it would show up right there. It would say, I successfully disarmed the spike trap. It would tell you the amount of damage that you did, what's going on. On the top right up here, we have a map, which basically just shows you where you've been and what the area looks like. Specifically, usually the room that you're in, and rooms that you've been in before. Right here, very MMORPG-ish, we have our abilities. You can have up to, looks like about 10 abilities here. Below that we have our health, below that we have our mana bar and the experience bar. To the bottom right of our screen we have basically the menus, and there really is a minimalistic amount of menus in this game, which is another thing I kind of like. There's just options. We have our paper doll, which basically shows us the equipment that we have and the stats that we have also, and we'll be going here to upgrade our character. You can also go into kind of like a detailed mode, which gives you a really good explanation of like literally everything. For people who are number crunchers and really obsessed with the details, this will probably be a godsend and they will love this kind of thing. You can also hit K, which brings up the menu that we saw earlier, which is basically your manipulation of your skills, stats, and where you'll be coming to spend points and such. And all these are clickable and draggable, which is also very nice. I really like that option quite a bit. And of course we have an inventory screen. All very simplistic. Also shows you how much gold you have, and you can hit like a sort button if you want to just kind of make things simple. So again, remember this is kind of a roguelike game, so every time we move, I failed to disarm that trap, ow. Every time we move, we're gonna be, holy shit. That was a bad door to open. Why? Okay. We could be in trouble here. Okay, so I just used my my scatter shot ability, kind of like hit them 100 times. Every time I go to fire at them, they're going to get a turn too. So I'm going to try to kill these guys. Hopefully successfully. That worked out. Ow. Okay, so I killed them. I got some experience. Now my character's really hurt. Now there's several ways to regain health. But one of the primary ways is that you can just simply press R and you'll kind of rest and just regain all of your stats up to back up to maximum, which is really nice. You can also click on yourself to kind of skip a turn if you feel the need, giving you, your enemy an opportunity to kind of either walk up to you or whatever have you. Let's kill, I think we'll should be able to kill this guy. All right, we got lucky. There is barrels, of course, indestructible in the environment. I'll just use some mana up there. I'm lazy. There is shops in this game also, which hopefully we'll be able to find here if we get lucky. Zombie! Now, aside from, of course, my Skyr shot, I have that aim for the knees ability, which will show off right here. He's stunned now, which is represented by that little web he has below him. And, well, it didn't really help me out that much because I didn't hit him many times in a row. But again, that's because I'm only level 1 here, guys. Oh, shit. This is what I was talking about. Sometimes I get over my head. Okay, let's, perfect. Alright. Oh, crap. Okay, I did get that guy with the stun shot. Boom! Took care of that situation perfectly, like so. I just have to, I don't know, I kind of like the archer class. It just seems a little bit more proficient and more easier for me. So we fought some round meat and some manky heals. Now, one interesting thing about all the items usually have some sort of a requirement for you to use them or wear them. For instance, for me to wear this manky heals, I need to either be level 4 or have a dexterity of 8. And I can also hold the left control button, which shows me how that compares to my currently equipped item. So that you get the basic idea. And of course, like other good roguelike games in the genre, guys, you have no idea what any potion does. The only way to discover it, of course, is to drink it. Which we're not going to do right now, because, you know, we don't really need to be drinking potions right now. Oh, anti-bookcase, hope you can, oh, okay. I didn't know you could switch bookcases. So, like, depending on the glow around things, like, for instance, if it has a yellow glow, you can interact with it. If it has a red glow, you can kill it, basically. You can destroy it. Attack it, essentially. And that basically is pretty much true for any item that glows yellow. You can interact with it in some way and take it. So we got a pair of boots that ups my dexterity, which is very nice. So now I could, well, each item that you, basically, if it has like a stat upgrade on it, like for instance, the boots that we just got, it does increase your dexterity on your base character, which will allow you to equip more complicated items. But if I were to take this off, actually, let's see if I can do that. No, it automatically removes the item. So for instance, I need dexterity of 8 to equip this item, but because it's, you know, on the boots, I can't, you know, equip that at the same time. So at least that you can't cheat that way currently, or probably you won't be able to cheat that way ever, is what I mean. Which is, you know, good. I think I could be able to take these guys up front. Now, obviously, it's a rogue game, so there's going to be certain times where you may enter a room and there's a dragon waiting inside, or just, you know, 700 pissed off monsters, and you just get really unlucky. What is that? That is a staff. Okay, so let's edge our way down here. Let's grab that. Right now, and basically, what's the overall objective of this game? I'm sure you're wondering, by the way. It's just to get to the bottom of the floors, basically. To get as far down as you can, facing more adverse challenges, more different kinds of monsters, and more different kinds of traps, and trying to get to the end. There is currently no bosses in the game. That is something that's currently in development and will be added. Okay, so I can't hit that guy, so I'm going to wait. Oh, he fell on a trap. Okay, so I'm actually... Perfect. So I stunned him on top of a trap, and that's one thing that I really like about this game, is that enemies can be affected by traps as much as you can, which is really cool. It's a way to kind of screw enemies over and kind of mess them up. So right now he's on top of a fire trap, which is affecting him. As you saw, he just did... I really didn't have to do much to that guy. Hopefully this guy's stupid too. Unfortunately, I can't stun him on top of it. Ow. Ow. Okay. I'm gonna walk over here. Ow, I'm on fire. Gosh dang it. That's okay though, because I barely took any damage from that fight. Now, like I said, there's a little bit of like a hunger system in the game, which it doesn't really show that to you. Which is one of the only tricky things I found about claustrophobia in this game, is that your character has like an invisible hunger bar. And the more you wait or more actions you do, like if you rest a lot or you just waste a lot of time just running around the dungeon, which I'm going to get to in a bit, one of the other gripes I have about this game, you will basically start going hungry. If you start starving, you stop regenerating health. You stop regenerating health, you die very quickly, as you can imagine. So you need to kind of find food and maintain your hunger bar. So for instance, I just ate that piece of meat. I got a little bit of health back, a little bit of bonuses back, but more than that, I maintained my hunger. And there's also other ways to do that, like for instance, tainted meat, which may have some other adverse side effects. Son of a bitch. So it's just one of the other aspects of the game that's important to kind of keep track of when you're playing the game, is to keep your mind on your hunger bar. If you haven't eaten in a long time, you're like, well, damn, I probably should eat something soon, otherwise my character's gonna start starving, and you know, one nasty battle and it's all over. So we leveled up. So we got some stat points, and basically, I think every other level you get a skill point, you get a skill point and an ability point. Skill points basically you can dump into whatever you want, and they enhance your overall attributes. I'm not sure if they give you access to more abilities. I don't think they. I think they might, or they may not. I'm not sure. But the one way to gain abilities is through spellbooks, and basically, depending on what kind of spellbook it is, you could find a spellbook for swordsmanship, a spellbook for marksmanship, a spellbook for assassination. But usually, it'll fall somewhere in the class roles. So if it's a magic book, it'll fall into the dark arts. You know, you get the idea, and then you can, once you learn the spellbook, you have to have the corresponding stats or whatever requirements it may have to actually learn that spell and spend an ability point. But you don't have to spend all these points at once. You can hold on to them. You can do whatever you want. I'm going to go ahead and drop a point into dexterity and constitution and call it a day. And again, that's what I like about this game. It's just really easy to kind of just approach, pick up and start playing, guys. We're going to go ahead and stun that guy, shoot him a couple times. Ow. Thank you. So yeah, it's a rogue game, guys. So, there's a little bit of, you know, luck involved when it comes to the game. You know, sometimes you can get really lucky and find a sweet-ass item. I did not mean to click that box instead of him. Ow, ow, ow. Okay. Some raw meat. Fantastic. Food is very rare in this game, actually. I actually find that my hunger bar seems to be my enemy most of the time. Oh, there's something in this room. Ooh. There's some crappy boots. Man, I just buying a lot of boots. Oh. I'll keep that guy there. I'm going to back off. There we go. Oh, God. Half health. Okay, we made it, though. We're okay. Just disarm that spike trap. Grab these. Oh, dear God. Oh, dear God. Okay, we're in trouble. We're in deep trouble here, guys. That's what I was talking about, where sometimes you may just get unlucky. I'm going to see what this white potion does. What the hell did it do? Why did I die? What did the potion do? Did it knock me unconscious? Was it a sleep potion? Son of a bitch. Oh no, so we died. But that's kind of how the game works, guys. Sometimes you can die. There is a save function in the game, so if you have to like stop in the middle of the game, you can of course exit out to the main title and reload up your game, so you don't need to constantly keep playing here. I'd love to show you a little bit more off here, but apparently I just have crappy luck. I'm gonna try to see if I can find your shop. Like I said, there's shops in this game, guys, but that is kind of the bare essentials of this game. Right there. You can sometimes get lucky, sometimes you get screwed over. It's a roguelike game. You never know what's gonna happen, guys. Roguelike giveth and roguelike taketh away. Obviously. Graphically speaking, you know, it has that pixel graphics, and some people are going to be, you know, either going to have a problem with that or they're going to like it. It doesn't bother me too much. Oh, these are portals, by the way. You click on them and they take you to a random place in the dungeon. So you see I was up there on the top right of my minimap up here, and now I'm down here on the bottom right. And it just kind of takes you around. It sometimes works out, sometimes it can be, you know, very hazardous to your health, though. I'm being an idiot and standing on top of a trap, by the way. Shuffling corpse. I don't know why he's glowing. Maybe he's standing on top of something? I think he is. Yeah, he was standing on some gold. And sometimes you'll run into like elite monsters. Actually, the farthest I've made it is to the second level. Because, you know, I usually kind of just find myself exploring a lot and getting into a lot of trouble, which I probably shouldn't B, I gotta shoot you. Yes. We'll rest until, okay. Are you kidding me? With this, man? Seriously. Alright, let's rest. Okay. That's probably what it is. I should rest more. Whoa, what's that? An uncommon dagger. Very nice. Now, do I have any stats capable of manipulating that dagger? No, I don't. But if I get some more dexterity, I certainly can manipulate it. Okay, so we got some meat, some more books. All empty, nothing great. I'm gonna go ahead and okay. That's what I was trying to prevent, was that rat from biting me. Yeah, so you gotta be very careful when you drink random potions in combat, guys, obviously. Oh, crap. Let's drink one right now. I'm blinded. I drank a blinding potion. Who would make a potion that blinds somebody, man? Let's run away. Oh, I know what we can do. You know what we can do? We can get to that portal and teleport away. And then rest until all that crap wears off. Fantastic. That's the way I like it. And I will say that is like a little bit of a cheat. You can kind of manipulate the portals to your advantage. And I highly suggest you do that. Good God, just die. And yeah, guys, it's just one of those games that you're gonna just—it's really complex, but it's, well, like I said, I've said it about 1,000 times. Is that I like about this game is it's not too complicated. It's really Claustrophobia compared to some other rogue games is really easy to approach, really easy to play, and kind of figure out what you're doing very, very quickly. Musically, sound-wise, it's fine. It fits the theme of the game. It's not too distracting. It's nothing amazing, mind you, but, you know, it's fine. Let's continue. I'm trying to find a shop. That's what I kind of want to show off with a shop. Son of a bitch. Dude, I'm busy. Do you mind? Alright, fine. You know what? Oh, well, you can see the enemy's health when you mouse over them. So, for instance, he has 1743. He's level 2 undead. He just leveled up, which is great. Because I think we can manipulate that dagger now. Which could be good. I'm going to try it. What the hell? Now, if I put it in this slot, I have to unequip my bow. Well, we're going to try this. I'm not sure if it's going to work out because it's just it's a cool dagger, but it's not necessarily my... You know what? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to switch to our bow. And then we'll have that on like standby. Oh, is this better? Oh, that is better. Okay. Derp-a-derp. Oh, crap. Hi there, zombies. Oh, dear God. I should have waited to use that. There's a lot of tactical combat involved. You gotta play smart. I'm dead. I'm totally dead. Let's see if I live. Oh, God. Oh, God. Please stay over there, zombie. Please stay over there. Die. Okay, thank you. Oh, hello. Oh, son of... Okay, and that's one of the things I need to mention about this game. One thing I will say that does drive me a little bit nuts is sometimes like the pathing and randomly kind of clicking around is very hazardous. So like for instance, if I were to like say try to click over here to an area that we've been before, my character will go through the doors that are open to get to that point. Now I understand why that is, because you don't necessarily want your character opening doors, you know, willy-nilly and just running into thousands of monsters. But at the same time, when you see a path that's kind of obvious to go through, like for instance, if we wanted to head, you know, to this area right here where my mouth is moused over, where this empty bookcase is, he would not just go through this door right here and then walk up in here. He would go completely around to get to that point. And it's just the pathing can be just a little tiny silly. Clicking around can be just very hazardous, I guess is the best way to describe it. It can just be something that screws you over, or, you know, it just doesn't always work out as well as I would like, as it were. We're going to eat something because we are starving. We're not going to eat that raw meat. I'm not sure if you can cook meat. That would be interesting. I know that they have plans for a cast, like a... Oh, we found the stairs. Might as well go downstairs. What the hell? Of course, as you head deeper into the game, you're going to find more adverse challenges. Obviously, for instance, more traps. You know what? I'm not going to use an ability here. Nice. If I were a fighter, I would be in heaven right now. But I'm not. I'm a silly archer. Wow, that guy has like a lot of health. Oh, we're dead. One monster took us out. Probably because we went down too fast. We probably should have stayed on the level that we were on, tried to find some loot. But yeah, there's shops in the game. You can buy items with the gold. You can also sell items at the shop, guys. I think it pretty gives you a good idea of what the game is like. Like I said, the graphics, you're either going to like them or they might turn you off a little bit. But you may be looking at this and thinking the same thing I was when I played this game. Damn, this looks pretty polished and for the most part complete. And you wouldn't be far off in saying that, you know, because the game is very well made, you know, and aside from the pathing issues I mentioned and, you know, little things here and there really isn't any bugs and all the current features in the game work very well. But the developer wants to add more to the game, guys, like they want to add more dungeons, you know, variation. They want to add a story mode, you know, more class stuff like abilities and more skills, and they want to add more items and traps and puzzles and bosses and some sort of gear crafting, achievements, and, you know, hopefully maybe steamy achievements like, you know, Steam cards, all that kind of good stuff there, and unlockables, guys. And maybe, you know, hopefully if we're really nice, we might get that controller support. But, you know, it's not necessarily something that's, you know, a requirement. I could certainly enjoy the game with my keyboard. I just hope it doesn't take away from that really kind of beautiful simplicity the game has, guys. You know, that because the game is just, like I said, it's really easy to approach and play, guys, and I really like that about Claustrophobia, the downward struggle. Obviously, there's lots of replay value here to be had, guys. Plenty for you to enjoy. I recommend this game to any fan of roguelike games, guys, obviously. And, you know, those who are curious about maybe getting into the genre, this is a great game to get your feet wet in and, you know, see if you enjoy the genre, guys. And it's a really good price, even, you know, even for early access. It's a great game, guys. So big thanks to the developer for a chance to preview this game. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe and share, as it really makes my day, and I will keep bringing you awesome games, guys. Till next time, play more indie games.